Humanitarian Affairs here at Fordham University. We began the IDHA in 1997 and will be hosting our 62nd cohort from May 17th to June 12th, 2026 at the University of Pretoria in Pretoria, South Africa. And just as a reminder, we'll be going over the IDHA today. Here's a little bit about the Institute of International Humanitarian Affairs, which was created at Fordham University. I'll let you read the screen and I'll give you the bullet points verbally. We are a multidisciplinary center at Fordham University, and our main focus areas are undergraduate education, graduate education, professional training, such as the IDHA, which is our flagship program, research, publications, webinars, events, gallery exhibitions, and conferences. So here I'm happy to introduce Brendan Cahill, our executive director. Myself, I'm the communications officer. You'll definitely interact with me once you enroll in the program. I love sharing your stories about your professional experiences and most importantly, about your experience in the IDHA. Here today, I have Luciani De Leon. She is our program officer. She handles admissions into the IDHA, and you've probably spoken with her already via email. And Martine van der Doos, she will be actually on the next slide. She's the director of the IDHA. And Ruth Mukwana, she works with us here at headquarters, and she's in charge of our Masters of Science in Humanitarian Studies. Okay, so with that, I have the pleasure to introduce Florian Rasberger. He will be with you in Pretoria and has many years experience with the IDHA. Florian.
Thank you very much, Lily. So I'm Florian, as Lily just introduced me. I'm coming from Austria. I'm also calling right now from the Austrian Alps, and I very much look forward to being in Pretoria in May later this year. My background is I'm a lawyer, an international human rights and an international humanitarian lawyer with about 25 years of experience in the field, mostly in crisis areas like Afghanistan, Ukraine, Iraq, or post-crisis situation. Like all the people that are teaching on the IDHA in Pretoria, I myself am an IDHA graduate. I did the course in 2006 in Kenya. It was IDHA number 20. And since then, I was very often on these IDHA courses as a lecturer, as a tutor, and so on. Now, what I will do now, next couple of minutes is I'll give you just a little bit of background about the IDHA course. As Lily mentioned before, it started in 1997 with the first IDHA in Dublin. And the idea of the IDHA was born out of basically the wars in the former Yugoslavia, where very often humanitarian workers showed up on the face of the place that might have had also some specific experience, be it in the medical field or in something else, but who lacked very necessary skills to operate efficiently and effectively in a humanitarian crisis. So out of this idea, the IDHA was born with the notion of bringing people together for about 4 weeks, and within these 4 weeks, really give an in-depth overview about the humanitarian sector. So once they return to the field, they are very well equipped to operate effectively and efficiently. What you see on the screen is that students will also develop a holistic perspective on global humanitarian issues and so on, and that it is directed at mid-career professionals. So very often, if you attend the course, you will meet people who have already work experience in the field, who come out of humanitarian crisis, but not exclusively. So you will find also people coming from other sectors, sometimes the development sector, sometimes the business sector, sometimes the security sector. We sometimes have former soldiers attending the course, sometimes people coming from various backgrounds. So all in all, it's normally a very, very diverse group you will find there. Next slide, please, Lily. Because yes. Okay, here you see the academic team. The course director for IDHA 62 is Mark Little, coming from Australia. He's working as an emergency doctor and has lots of experience from all over the world. Martine van der Doos, the IDHA Global Program Director, will also be there, as will be Angie Jackson, Violetta Belkowska, myself, you see there, Gonzalo Sanchez-Terran, and also my Mickey, who is our host in South Africa, so to say, and who will also be a tutor on the course. Next slide, please. Okay, where does the course take place? It's in Pretoria, in South Africa, at the University of Pretoria, a wonderful campus, great, very well established university. We will live the place called the Village at Hatfield, which is about walking distance from the university. And when does it take place? From May 17th to June the 12th, 2026. The deadline for the application is May 4th. So if you're interested in doing the course, please take a note of May 4th that you will submit your application. Now, next slide, please, Lily. What does the course look like? You see here on the left side just a little bit about examples of a syllabus. In principle, the idea is the following. First of all, you are there meeting experts coming from the field. They all have the academic background, but what makes this course special, they also have the field experience, so really the knowledge from the ground. It is a course that is very intense. So it's a 4 weeks course where you will start probably between 8 and 9 in the morning every day, and you will work through until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Since it's an academic course, you will be also you also will be tested. You will be tested as an individual. There are lots of tests there, and there is also you will be tested as a team because a lot about this course is about teamwork. Um, we structured the syllabus in a way that in week number 1, you will hear in particular about the basics of the field. You know, what is the humanitarian scene looking like at the moment? What are the most important challenges? What do you need to know about the absolute basics? Like, what about humanitarian law? What about human rights law? And so on and so on. In week 2, we will shift then more into the sectors. So you will hear more about specific fields of work that you will encounter in the field, be it now issues like water and sanitation, shelter, food and nutrition, education in emergencies, and so on and so on. Moreover, throughout the whole week, throughout the whole month, but in particular in week 3 and 4, you will then also hear about humanitarian ethics, humanitarian dilemmas. There will be loads of case studies. We will hear in the course about management leadership, about motivation, but also how to create a project, how to advocate, and so on and so on. So the whole idea is within these 4 weeks, really to get the cutting edge knowledge of what's going on in the field, where are we coming from, where are we going to, what are the most important challenges, and what shall we do. At the moment, if you attend this course, you surely attend at the right time because, as you know, the whole humanitarian sector is in trouble at the moment. There have been massive cuts starting in 25 for the United Nations, the Red Cross, NGOs lost lots of funds and had to fire many people. The whole international order at the moment is under attack. So at this course, we will reflect on all of those matters and we will discuss where we will go from now. Um, what else about the content? I would say it is a very practical, hands-on course. You will meet on an eye-to-eye level with your teachers, with your lecturers, but most importantly, you will find there wonderful students coming from all over the world. And at the end of the day, I always enjoy very much attending this course uh, because I learn as much from the students, from the participants, as I learn from all the others coming in and presenting there. So to me, for myself, just maybe a small anecdote. To me, the course came just at the right time in my life. It was a life-changing experience. I'm a big fan of the course. And most importantly, it is fun. You join a family of the IDHA and of the IIHA, and I guarantee you that you will find there basically life-lasting friendships there. That's in short what I wanted to talk about the course, but I would hand over at this point maybe to Mamiki, who will be also with us in South Africa to give a little bit her experience or her perspective um, from the South African perspective. Please, over to you, Mamiki.
Thank you so much, Florin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the session. I would just like to introduce myself properly. My name is Mamiki Piri, and I am currently a lecturer at University of Pretoria. I reside in Pretoria, so I am based here in South Africa. I'm also an alumni of IDHA. I joined the course. I was a student in 2000, no, 2020, 2025. Yes, 2025. No, sorry, I'm going, yeah, in 2024. That's when I did my course at Pretoria. And I think we've been just immersed with a lot of experiences in terms of the practicality of it and also the theory relating to it. You know, it's a really an extensive program that encompasses different types of courses or different types of sectors that would really need one to engage fully into them. So the venue in terms of if you're in South Africa, the venue is quite central, the venue is quite safe. I think most people that live in South Africa would know the University of Pretoria is quite prestige and it's quite prestige. And the current accommodation place that we'll be staying at is also very central. So this is just a little bit about me and yeah, at the course. So I'm looking forward if you guys are selected to also be part of or to join us in the course in Pretoria, then I'll be looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mamiki. And I think the idea now, and Lily, please correct me if I'm wrong, would be to have Sarah on if she's here, or otherwise, Luciani.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Florian, but Sarah can't join us today. I will put her blog interview, however, in the chat so attendees can still read about her story. But I'll pass the mic on to Luciani, our program officer, who will talk about application requirements.
Thank you, Lily. Hello, everyone. My name is Luciani, and as mentioned, I am the program officer. I will be talking about the application requirements and what follows that process. So for starters, if you have not started your application and are interested in applying, I'll be sharing the link for that soon. If you have started your application, you should know that the requirements are your resume, a letter of intent, and English fluency. We do not test your English abilities, but it is recommended that you are comfortable in the English language, considering this is a graduate level course. And if you are not fully comfortable with the language, this could get in the way of successfully completing the course. Next page, Lily, please. Okay, so once you complete your application, we will then decide, you will then receive a decision whether you've been admitted or not. If you are admitted, the next process is to enroll. And in order to do so, you must pay the deposit fee, which is $500. This is part of your tuition as a whole. It's just a prepaid portion just to secure your seat and respond to the reply form. This is basically just stating that you will be attending the IDHA. Afterwards, you will be registered into the appropriate section. And once you are registered, you will have access to your student account, your e-bill, which is where you will be paying the remainder of the tuition, your student email, and Blackboard, which is where most of the course content will be located. And if you run into any IT related issues throughout this process, please contact Fordham's IT department directly. They're more suitable to assist you with these specific needs. Next slide. Okay, so as I mentioned, there are different course sections. Right now, there are 3, and we have just undergone a change, which will hopefully help students in regards to flexibility. Before, the non-academic $3,000 fee was limited to regional students. Now it is open to anyone. It is $3,000. However, it does not cover academic costs nor accommodations. It only covers the coursework, and it comes with complimentary weekday lunches and coffee. For the other course sections, one is $6,121 and the other is $6,500. The only difference is that one covers academic credit. This is for students who are planning on using this for a higher education degree, such as our MSHS program, for example. If you are not interested in receiving academic credit, but would still like for us to arrange your accommodations, the price will be $6,121. Again, the only difference is the academic credit. Both of these accommodation sections cover accommodations, coursework, hotel, and weekday meals. For neither the accommodations nor academic sections cover transportation. This is considered as a personal cost. And it's important to know that tuition must be completely paid off before the start of the course. If not, this could get into the way of being able to participate and being able to attend the course, even if you are registered. Next slide, Lily, please. Yeah, and this is just a reminder of the dates. The deadline for the application is May 4th, 2026, and it will run from May 17th to June 12th. It's important that if you are interested, you complete your application by the deadline. There's a process that follows after completing the application, and extensions will not be able to be provided to students because this could delay the process.